What's good, YouTube? It's Kevin here, welcome back to the channel, and today we are kicking off Explore Taiwan with the Taiwan Food All-Stars video. Today I have curated my top 5 foods in Taipei to share with you guys, and kind of give you guys a little rundown of what my favorite foods to eat in Taipei are. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Brown sugar milk tea. This is definitely one of my most posted kind of favorites in Taipei from my recent trip. I chose brown sugar milk tea specifically because of how it tastes. So, one, the fragrance of the tea is very permeant throughout the entire drink. And two, it's just a really sweet, like, amazingly crafted drink. Crafted with, like, you know, whatever condensed milk there is, honey, caramelized sugar, brown sugar. Like, it's just such a delicious dish that, like, I couldn't not include it in the All-Stars video. If you're curious, my favorite place to get brown sugar milk tea is called Tiger Milk Tea. They're really renowned to make really good brown sugar milk tea with pearls, and it just knocks it out of the ballpark. I mean, I think the B-roll does it justice, and it is just absolutely delicious. Dish number 2. Matcha Obon Yaki, or Imagawa Yaki, from 108 Matcha Saro. And so, this is a dish that I think is a traditional Japanese cuisine that was imported into Taiwan, and just a food that you find pretty frequently. Kind of treading that sweet tooth route, I wanted to share with you guys one of my favorite cakes. I guess it isn't necessarily a cake, but like the modernized American version of it is more or less a cake. So it retains this fluffy egg batter that becomes like a cake-like material, and there's always some sort of filling inside. So that's kind of what the dish is, or what the sweet is. And you can have matcha batter, you could have matcha cream on the inside, you could have normal cream on the inside, you could have red bean matcha cream on the inside. The variety is just endless, and so whatever you're feeling for a certain day, you could just have it. And that's why I really wanted to put this on my Taiwan Food All-Stars, because the Obon Yaki from 108 Matcha Saro is just so delicious. It's so chewy, it's so soft, the right amount of texture, and just the filling is just so oozing out with like deliciousness. So I had to leave it there in one of the top 5 Taiwan Food All-Stars. Dish number 3. Beef noodle soup. And this is probably one of the few that I can confidently name that it is a Taiwanese signature dish. If you are going to Taipei and you're not having at least one bowl of beef noodle soup, you are probably doing it wrong. But anyways, beef noodle soup is a Taiwanese cuisine classic made with braised beef. The soup broth is typically made from the actual bones itself, mixed with soy sauce and just a bunch of other salt, peppery goodness. And usually you will have pickled vegetables. Usually it's like cabbage, I believe, sprinkled on top for your choice. It's called suan cai. And so what makes beef noodle soup so good is the combination between all the elements in the dish. Obviously there are noodles, and the noodles can either be incredibly thick, which is like dao qian mian. It's like a very, very thick, kind of reminiscent of an udon noodle that's like squashed down, if you can imagine that in your head. And then you have like the super thinner ones that also provide a good amount of chewiness and girth. Obviously from the entire range, I recommend trying all of them. You'll find your own happy medium. Some of the noodle soups are made with tomatoes, some of them are made with spicier chili peppers. You'll just find a lot of variety that Taiwan explores in this dish that makes it such an all-star. Because if you are going to Taiwan, there are so many variants of the dish that you can try out and see which one is kind of more catered towards your taste. And so Taiwanese beef noodle soup is definitely an all-star. Dish number 4. Salt and pepper fried chicken. This translates to, how would I say it? It's yansuji in Mandarin, and this dish is just so good. I actually don't have B-roll of this dish, strictly because I feel really self-conscious whenever I eat it. I just want to like indulge. I don't ever take like very aesthetic pictures or, I suppose like Instagram-y, B-roll-y worthy clips of this because it's just a dish that you savage. But anyways, as the name would suggest, it is literally fried chicken sprinkled with salt and pepper and a good amount of garlic. And I think that every kind of culture has this level of soul food. You know, like for the Koreans, Korean fried chicken is usually glazed with like soy sauce or spicy chili paste of sorts, or a gochujang mix. For the Taiwanese, we just fry it, we season it, and we give it some garlic, and it is just amazing. I don't know what they do to it, it just tastes so good. I mean, like, comparable to American fried chicken, like, I just think that Taiwanese fried chicken is just bomb-tastic. Like, the way that they season it, and also, I mean, I guess because Asian taste is naturally garlickier, I just love the taste of garlic in the chicken, and so I gotta suggest this one to you guys. All-star number 4, salt and pepper fried chicken. Try it out. They're really sold everywhere. You can get them in night markets. It's a common street food. Honestly, if you could just walk outside, eventually you'll find a place that sells chicken. Like, I'll be completely honest with you guys. Salt and pepper fried chicken is definitely going to make it to the all-star cut. And let's move on to number 5. Dish number 5. Mango shaved ice. And I do want to put a little asterisk, like asterisk-y thing, to this suggestion, because mango shaved ice is actually a seasonal delicacy in Taiwan. Like, usually it's only summer offered, and so if you were to visit Taiwan in the winter or the fall or the spring, you might not be able to get some of this. But anyways, I get my mango shaved ice from a place called Ice Monster, and Ice Monster is delicious. Like, they have their normal shaved ice, which is like kind of this pyramid-y shaved ice thing. They give you fresh mangoes, probably with like a little bit of like mango puree like sprinkled throughout it. And then they also give you yogurt and a scoop of mango gelato served with this mango shaved ice. And it is phenomenal beyond means. Like, if you are going to Taiwan during the summer, I highly recommend checking out any place that sells mango shaved ice. Like, the mangoes in like Southeast Asia, or at least like the Taiwanese area, is in general are just super fresh and super delicious. But like, when you couple it with like just such a nice summertime delicacy, this is just an all-star to be spoken of. I mean, like, I guess shaved ice in general in Asian cultures is made much better than like kind of like the Americanized way of like with dairy and everything. Granted, there are some shaved ice places that make shaved ice with milk and with dairy, but like since a majority of Asians are lactose intolerant, non-tolerant of lactose was what I was like thinking of, right? But it's just generally moving towards that like milk-free kind of range, and so it allows a lot more inclusion within the audience space. And so that caps it off for the top 5 Taiwanese food all-stars. A couple of honorable mentions that I did want to throw out there that are still incredibly delicious are number 1, xiaolongbao. Number 2, any sort of dumpling or guotie, or guotie is like gyoza, shumai of sorts, like dim sum related things. And then number 3 is turkey rice. I think that those 3 were super close, definitely were really worthy of being contenders of Taiwanese food all-stars. But for my own personal taste, I just wanted to narrow it down to these foods, because whenever I visit Taiwan, I will get these foods. Like, these are the foods that I gravitate towards. So, what do you guys think? Are you guys excited to see the rest of the series? Obviously, I'm going to be delving more into like the locations of where I get these foods in the upcoming series. We'll see you guys in the intro for these series tomorrow. Bye-bye!